It's the hard heart that kills.
I'm sorry I'm not able to meet with you face to face, but FIDICA directives demand I stay out of personal contact with you for the time being. That's my boss and your ultimate boss, the Federal Internal Threat Intelligence and Containment Agency, if I rambled it off too quickly for you. But these papers and this audio cassette should provide you with enough information to go on. It'll have to. At this point, you must feel somewhat in the dark, and I don't blame you. It's gonna stay that way for some time yet. I've known you a long time, and I deliberately picked you for this command. You're just gonna have to trust that I know what's going on and everything is straight up. And believe me, the men you'll be commanding are simply the best the Corps has. I've been told that at this point, information about Damage Incorporated's larger purpose is to be given out exclusively on a need-to-know basis. And for your first mission, your need-to-know is pretty minuscule. The White Paladins are a group in part inspired by the Ku Klux Klan. In fact, many of their members are ex-Klan who found that organization to be too passive and ineffectual for them. Based in Arkansas since their inception, the Paladins picked up the ceremonial garb and paramilitary mentality of the more famous group. The FBI has been keeping tabs on the group ever since their creation in 1991, and up until recently, the group seemed to be mostly ineffectual themselves. But about a year ago, the group acquired a new leader who goes by the name Mimi Grendel. But don't let the fact that she's a woman deceive you. Grendel has identified Hitler as her idol. In fact, she doesn't deny the existence of the Holocaust. She sees that tragedy as a model to be followed by the US government in order to stop the race war she sees as inevitable. In any event, Mimi hasn't wasted any time in putting together her own version of a concentration camp that she, non-jokingly, calls the abattoir, and has started filling it up with African Americans, Jews, and whatever other people she finds undesirable or impure. She's also started obtaining illegal weaponry, primarily fully automatic Heckler & Koch MP5Ns, which have been passed out throughout the Paladin organization. Though we have not yet discovered the location of this camp or Grendel's hideout, a member of the Damage Incorporated team, Aslag, has infiltrated the White Paladin organization. We'll be dropping you and 2 members of Damage Incorporated at one of the Paladin's smaller compounds, a remote location near El Dorado, Arkansas. Your objective here is to rendezvous with Aslag and bring him back to the extraction zone where a Sea Knight will pick you up. Aslag has informed us he'll lead us to a second compound where you should be able to find the location of the White Paladin's main camp, as well as the location of the civilians they've captured to date. If all goes as planned, Aslag should be able to provide us with maps of all these locations, which can be programmed into your comm helmets. Again, for this first objective, it's your job to rendezvous with Aslag at the spot shown on the map provided. And remember the rules of engagement in situations like this. Don't fire until fired upon, though I doubt the kill-happy paladins will waste much time opening up once you're spotted. I'll be with you on the comm helmets if you need to radio in for information. Your call sign until further notice is Argonauts, and I will be using Medea. And trust me, I'll fill you in on what the big picture is as soon as I can without being court-martialed. Medea here. Your job is to rendezvous with Aslag and get the four of you to the extraction zone. Move it out.
Saddle up, men. Lock and load. Keep up the work, boy. Good fighting, soldier. Yes, sir. Duke here. I'm right behind you, Sarge. That's the way to take care of business,
Carnage,
Marine.
Sarge. I'm right with you, Sarge.
I'd have a clear shot if only you'd move your butt. I'd have a clear shot if only you'd move your butt. I'd have a clear shot if only you'd move your butt. This is a firefight, soldier. It ain't your little sister's social hour. Clear out of the way. Used to be a time a man didn't need all these fancy guns to take care of a problem. I'd have a clear shot if only you'd move your butt.
Who else wants some? Don't get in my way.
If you're on my team long enough, you'll know to stay out of my way. My natural dislike for these cowards is growing into a great hate. Duke, Sarge. I'll stay here then, Sarge.
Move it! I want to drill these losers! Carnage, Sarge. Got it. We'll hold position. Rejects bleed red under their masks just like the rest of us. Yeah. Whoa! This camp is something else. Nothing we can't destroy, right, Marines? Why do these pansies need masks anyway? What are they afraid of?
Aslak here.
Medea here. Your mission is a success. Get your team to the extraction zone so the Sea Knight can pick you up.
This is Aslak. Yes, sir. Gladly follow you to the ends of the earth, sir. Yes, sir. Duke here. I'm at your back, Sarge.
Hey, yeah, this is Carnage. Roger that. Let's go to hell and back. I'm with you.
God bless the U.S. Marine Corps.
Medea here. That's it for the mission. All you need to do is get the team to the extraction zone and our work is done in this place. Move it out. Medea here. Medea here. The battle's ours, but the war is still to be won. Get your men on the Sea Knight and we can get out of here. Aslag has provided us with the location and a map for another one of the Paladins' hideouts. It is there that he says we should be able to find maps to the Paladins' main compound, as well as the so-called abattoir detainment camp they've been building. He says that they could be hidden anywhere, and so it is key we find the papers. Your objective is to land and retrieve the papers we need, and try not to take too long. We don't want word getting back to Mimi immediately if it can be avoided. And remember, the rules of engagement apply again since this is a new area. They must engage you first before you can return fire.